Please welcome Mayor Kate Gallego and the next Second Lady of the United States, Mrs. Gwen Walz.
Gwen Walz, welcome back to Phoenix. We are so happy to have you back. We have incredible leaders. We got teachers in the house. We got a lot of people from Minnesota who want to see you again. And we have incredible community leaders to welcome you. Today is a special day for us. Today is the deadline to mail your ballot in Arizona. We want to welcome you to a very special place. We're right next to one of our fabulous polling places and a post office. So this is Democracy Central. We're also at a very special city park. Shout out to the City of Phoenix employees and the incredible work they are doing. Just past that way, we are working with the Biden-Harris administration where they have made federal transit land available for housing that we need. And just behind us, we are all surrounded by Arizona State University, where the Biden-Harris administration is investing in education.
Great, thank you.
We have a team who values education, who wants to read books and not ban them.
Yes.
We have one of our country's leaders on reproductive rights, Gloria Felt, is in the house.
Yay.
Because she knows this is an administration that wants to protect women and give us more rights, not fewer. So we wanted to welcome you here and just deliver the message to folks. Today is the day. For those of us who like deadlines, today is the day to mail your ballot. We want people, if today doesn't work, you can vote in person at sites like AE England. Come out and vote. We want people to vote as soon as possible. We want those votes counted so that on election night, right away we can see that historic victory for the Harris-Walz team in Arizona. So thank you to everyone who's been working, knocking doors. We are in the last week. We know that this is an administration that will bring us forward, that will invest in education, healthcare, supporting the working people of this community. This is an administration that will move us forward, not back. We don't want the MAGA agenda. We don't want the huge increase in expenses for people. Donald Trump's tariffs means everything gets more expensive. We want an administration that values the working people, not the billionaires. And it is time to have a leader in the Naval Observatory who's a teacher, who cares about our community. We are so excited to make Coach Walz Vice President Walz, and we are so excited for an incredible Second Lady, a woman who's been a leader on educating our students, on standing up for LGBT community, on making sure we have great jobs and great training. And I am so excited to welcome Gwen Walz.
Thank you. Hello, Phoenix! Thank you, Mayor Gallego, for the introduction, and it is wonderful to be with a rising star in our party, Congressman Robert Garcia. Yes, and your next Congresswoman, Yasmin Ansari. Did I say it right? Thank you. And of course, it is so great to be with all of you today. So thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. Now, how many of you voted? Way to go, because we know our votes are our voice, right? Now, you know I'm a long-time teacher. You already know that story. So you know what percentage I'm going for in number of people who voted? 100%. That's right. Yeah. This election is the ultimate group project. Yes? And it's due in just 1 week, right? And guess what? It is pass-fail. But I know we can win, and I know we will win, because we are all doing our part. And it is a privilege for me to be in this fight with all of you. So thank you. Thank you so much. It wasn't that many weeks ago when I was knocking on doors and making my phone calls in my home state of Minnesota. And then Tim got a different call from the vice president. Yeah. And I kid you not, one of my first thoughts was, ooh, I have to find someone to cover my call shifts. So ever since then, I have been traveling all over this amazing country. And I've been in Arizona a couple times now. And everywhere I go, people are fed up with Donald Trump. Yes, they are. But more than that, they are fired up for a new way forward. Yes. For 9 long years, we have been suffering through the Trump show, sowing chaos and division, lying right to our faces, and always making everything about himself. And hasn't it just been exhausting? It's exhausting. Well, Arizona, I think we are ready to turn the page on that guy. Yes, we are. Because Kamala and Tim have a different vision. A future where everyone is included. Where everyone can chase their dreams. Now, I taught English, and we know that words matter. So when we say everyone, we don't mean some of us. No. We don't even mean only those who vote for us. We mean all of us, every single one of us. Yes. And that's why Kamala and Tim are fighting for middle-class families like the ones they grew up in. And they have real plans to give you a tax cut, to lower the cost of health care, and to help you buy a home, because they want to build an opportunity economy that gives everyone and all of us a shot at the dream, right? Now, our opponents in this race, they do not share that vision. Trump and Vance are not fighting for us. They're fighting for themselves. They're fighting for their rich donors, and they're fighting for their extreme allies. And what they're offering with that Project 2025 agenda, frankly, no one is asking for it. That's right. Do we want tax cuts for the rich? No. How about tax hikes for the rest of us? No. What about gutting Social Security? No. No, I did not think so. And now Trump is coming after our reproductive freedom, too. Arizonans, we have a chance to vote yes on Proposition 139, and you certainly should. Absolutely. But make no mistake, if Trump imposes his 50-state abortion ban, those protections disappear. And he won't stop there. His agenda even threatens IVF. And this is personal. Tim and I were only able to start a family because we had access to fertility treatments. And it was hard, so hard. But it was worth it. And I know this about both Minnesota and Arizona. We do not take too kindly to bullies who are telling us when, if, or how to start our families, right? So in this election, we're going to send them a message that is loud and clear. And I'm going to use my teacher voice for this. Mr. Trump and Mr. Vance, please mind your own business. Will you say that with me? Okay, here we go. Mr. Trump and Mr. Vance, please mind your own business. Oh, that's excellent. A students here, A students. And that's the fight we're in, right? It is taking all of us, and it is the fight of our lives. And I know here in Arizona, you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? I know it. I know you feel it too, but I want you to know that Kamala and Doug and Tim and me too, we are right here with you. And that's why I'm here today, because we are all in this together, right? Growing up, my mom used to say, Gwen, you've got to do the work that's in front of you. And I thought that meant the dishes. And maybe it did. But she also meant something broader. Well, everywhere I go, across this great country, I see people doing that work that's in front of them. A few weeks ago, I visited a field office in Wisconsin. They're our neighbors. And I met a woman who was 97 and a half years old. Yes? And now she uses a wheelchair to get around. But she's always in the field office making calls. She shows up every day to make calls. But you know what she told me? She said, they won't let me canvass anymore. Right? Now, I said, I think calling is great. That's great work. And she is listening to my mom. She is doing the work that's in front of her. And I thought, if she can do it, we can do it too, can't we? Yes, we can. Now, Election Day is 1 week from today. And we have a lot of work still in front of us to bring this thing home. So we need to listen to my mom. Will you? Okay. In fact, early voting is open right now. You heard from the mayor. You can vote at any voting location in your county. In fact, you can vote at the A.E. England building just on the other side of the park, right? Right over there. And if you need any help finding a different voting location or a ballot drop box, you can go to iwillvote.com. So if you have not already, will you grab your ID right now and go vote early? Yeah? Will you get your friends and family to vote early? Yes? And will you keep bugging them until they do? Great. It is crunch time. But you know what Tim always says. I bet you've heard him say it. We'll sleep when we're dead. Yes. Now, I have to tell you, I'm a bit more moderate. I think we can take a nap after the election. But maybe not until then. A new way forward, it is within our reach. It is right there, but we are going to have to fight for it. Maybe harder than we've ever fought before. So let's take our marching orders from the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris. And you know what she says? When we fight, Arizona, when we fight, and in Phoenix, when we fight. So let's get to work. Thank you so much.